The Supreme Court is hearing the case today to determine whether millions of motorists are in line for compensation. Last year, Court of Appeal judges unanimously agreed it would be illegal for the lender to pay any commission to the dealer without the informed consent of the buyer. In effect, you and me, the customer, should be told clearly how much commission will be paid and agree to it without those details sort of being buried in the terms and conditions. Well, lenders, including major banks, have had to set aside huge sums of money as potentially millions of people who bought new and used cars could make claims for hundreds of pounds. Well, Sam Ward is the director of the law firm Sentinel Legal, who represents thousands of car owners seeking compensation. Sam, remind us what the Court of Appeal had decided last year and what is going to be decided in the Supreme Court.
Good morning, Rosie. Yeah, so the Court of Appeal back in October of 2024 ruled that basically you have to have what's called a disinterested duty, which basically means that when you go into the car dealership, you're expecting them to earn their money from selling you the actual vehicle and not selling you the finance product, which in the case that we're hearing over the next 3 days with FirstRand Bank, it wasn't the case. And as the Court of Appeal quite rightly pointed out, FirstRand Bank was actively ensuring that the car dealers were not giving fully informed consent and was actually being dishonest, was the actual word of the Court of Appeal to the client.
Yeah, now the car finance sector insists it complied with the law as it was understood and as the regulation required. Tell us sort of in general terms, Sam, the experiences that some customers have had in looking then back at the detail of what they actually paid for.
Well, we've had a number of clients contact us over the last few years. One gentleman in particular who had a car finance policy with Santander. This gentleman had a £81,000 against a Land Rover, which in some parts of the country is a very, very common car. And of that £81,000, Rosie, £16,049 was paid as a commission that he was unaware of. So almost 20% of the commission was paid, 20% of the overall finance was paid as a commission. But the shocking figure here, Rosie, is that the actual interest that this client paid on his £81,000 loan, 61% of it was paid as a commission. So it really is scandalous, to put it bluntly.
Yeah, so what the finance and leasing associations really want, the trade body for the sector said, we hope the Supreme Court settles the issue once and for all, confirms the industry did nothing wrong historically and clarifies what the rules are permanently for the future. That future, Sam, could involve significant sums of compensation being paid. What are your kind of estimates if the Supreme Court upholds the decision of the Court of Appeal?
Well, I think that obviously it's down to the Supreme Court to make that decision, and that's the purpose of the next 3 days in the Supreme Court. If I was to give you my personal opinion, I think the Supreme Court will uphold the redress calculation that the Court of Appeal came up with and would go as far to maybe further clarify or definitely put a very sharp point as to what the true liability is to these lenders in regards to fiduciary duty, in regards to a disinterested duty that the Court of Appeal decided that the car dealers and car lenders owed to the clients, and there's even elements of bribery up for a discussion over the next 3 days, Rosie. So it will be really, really interesting. Obviously, the buck stops with the Supreme Court. They are the biggest court in the country, and everyone will have to respect their decision.
Sam, thank you very much. We'll watch to see what happens as the week progresses. Sam Ward, the director of the law firm Sentinel Legal, representing many car owners who are currently seeking compensation.